The Davenport Wolves right here from Littleton Gymnasium, wherever you're joining us at. We appreciate you tuning in to us, whether you're from Wimberley or you're from Davenport. Jared Robinson, Darren Masur, Greg Weeks here as the announcements are going on down on the facility here. We've beautiful complex, just to give you a little bit of an idea. Huge ceiling. If you hit the ceiling here, you've accomplished something for the Davenport Wolves.
Kind of like Ray Guy punting at the Superdome.
It will be,
yeah.
Trying to hit the Cowboy Stadium scoreboard. You got to hit it here. Number 1, Morgan Pellet. Number 2, Emily Chabot will be their setter. Number 3, Ryan Kovacs, the middle. Number 4, Michaela Matson will be an outside hitter. 5, Alexis Dahl, one of the setters and all-around studs for Davenport. Number 6, Logan Strong will be their libero. Number 7, Talon Dotson. Number 8, Emmy Fitzgerald. Number 9, Addie Miller. Number 10, Alaya Montanillo. Number 11, Dakota Hart. 12 is Maddie Dahl. 13, Cameron Williams. 14, Emily Williams. 15, Ashton Dotson. 16, Ophelia Murphy. And 18, Taylor Dalton. And that is the Davenport Wolves' entire roster. And again, coached by Taylor Toso. Came from San Antonio Connor here a couple years ago in 2022 to the Davenport Wolves, and they love their coach at Davenport. She is a good one, and she's a special one.
And they should.
Wimberley Lady Texans now being announced on the far side. Texans are visitors today. So they have sophomore Cameron Thames, number 14, sophomore Skylar Herring, and number 15, Addison Parks, the sophomore middle. The manager for the Wimberley Texans is the freshman Gracie Bach, coached by head coach Stephanie Barthels, assistants Roberto Frontera, Katie Bard-Freddy, and Jill Johnson.
Jacqueline Johnson.
Jill's her mom.
Yeah, that's right. Another good coach.
Another great coach, Jacqueline Johnson. So as we go through the starting lineups for both teams, and we are just about ready for the national anthem, and I will tell you, a bit of awkwardness is about to happen here in the stadium, or here in the gymnasium, because everybody's about to look at us because the American flag is literally
right above us,
directly above us, and we're going to throw it down to
I made my hair look good tonight for this.
The playing of the national anthem. National anthem is complete. Be failed if we didn't mention Happy Veterans Day to all of those veterans out there who keep us safe and have kept us safe throughout all the years of this great country of the United States of America. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans that are out there tuning in and here. Expect this gym to get loud, guys.
No doubt, no doubt.
So the last time we played Davenport, we beat them in the first set. They made an adjustment. They went to Emily Chabot at a 5-1. They put Lexi Dahl in the back row. Actually, they put just Lexi as a utility player, played all the way around. She hit, she played defense. She just was not setting. And for whatever reason, she was just off that night. And I thought that was unusual. Y'all were talking about how good Lexi Dahl was yesterday evening. I don't see Shabbat out there right now, so they may run a 6-2.
Shabbat will run in. Alexis Dahl will be on the back row with Ryan Kovacs and number 7, Talon Dotson. On the front, it'll be Ashton Dotson, Emily Williams, and on the left, I believe that is going to be Elia Montanillo. She has her side turned to us right now.
I'll tell you what, guys, my impression from seeing them 2 times this year is Talon Dotson is their heart of their team. Maybe not their most impactful player. They lost a few unusual sets in district, including Bandera.
Yeah.
And the one thing when we inquired about it, Talon Dotson had sort of an irritated shoulder, and they had set her out. They lost an unusual set. So that happened a couple times. So I feel like her being the heartbeat of the team is going to be important for Davenport today.
For the Texans on the front row, it'll be Skylar Herring, Addison Parks. On the back, it'll be Jesse Weeks, Lily Sandoval, Reagan Masur, and Laney Hennessy. Alexis Dahl will serve it first, and we are underway. Region 4 Finals is ready. Masur, Weeks, middle, point, Davenport. A little bit of an overset right there, and it is 1-0 Davenport.
Yeah, just timing off just a little bit on the first set. Really good pass, and just timing. Addison hadn't jumped yet when the set was.
Laney Hennessy will pick it up, bump set towards the top side. Swing from Herring goes into the middle of the net, and it's 2-0.
Good start for Davenport. Got the Wimberley Texans on their heels a little bit.
2-0, Dahl again. Picked up that time by Laney Hennessy. A little bit of an overpass. They're going to get Jesse into the net. It's 3-0, and the Texans haven't even swung it yet.
Hand above the net. She has to keep the ball on her side of the court.
Alexis Dahl again. Hennessy's got it. Better pass. Going to the top. Lily Sandoval cross court. Got it in.
Really good play there.
Really good play.
Looked like Montanillo was into the net, but doesn't matter. The ball still, finds a hole there at the back of the court. Good swing by Lily Sandoval to get started for Wimberley. Get them on the board. 3-1.
New personnel in the front row, as mentioned. Skylar Herring on the right.
Logan Strong in the middle. She's usually there. She is there. Set from Dahl. Out on the top side by Emily Williams. And it's 3-2. Davenport leads. Williams, that big middle for Davenport. Likes to angle it towards the side.
She does, and she had to steer that one around Addison Parks there, Jared. Addison was right there set up in front of her to block.
Addie Laney on serve for the Texans. Goes to the near side. Talon Dotson is there. Dahl goes to the backside. Ashton Dotson tip laid out by Reagan Masur. Texans are going to get it over. Back to the middle. Dahl sets back to Ashton Dotson. She has to peel around. Texans pick it up. Weeks. Bump set going to the top for Laney Hennessy. Swung out on the bottom side.
Man, just barely out. About a ball outside the back line there.
I like the swing, though.
Good swing by Laney Hennessy for sure.
Ashton Dotson will go back. 55 aces, second on the team coming into this regional tournament. She'll serve it to the near side. Laney is there. Bump set, going to go back to Laney Hennessy with a big swing. Hit up in the air by Ashton Dotson. Strong. Back to Dotson, free ball over to Wimberley. Addie Laney. Weeks going to the middle, left-hand side. It won't get over, and Addison Parks they ran that shadow play, but Addison picked it up on the way up, and it's 5-2 Davenport.
They finished the match not getting to the middle. We're starting the match not getting it to the middle cleanly.
So Ashton Dotson will serve again. This one goes into the tape and falls back.
Yeah, just didn't hit off of her hand very well. Just kind of missed it on her approach to that jump serve that she does. Just kind of spun it inside off the top of the tape of the net.
Addison Parks goes back for Wimberley. 3 serving 5. Parks with a knuckleball. Strong. Nice serve. This is going to be a free ball over from Ashton Dotson. Laney Hennessy's there. Weeks going to go back to Hennessy, and a big swing. It's in on the top.
That time they run that parachute play, and it works successfully. Mariah McCoy, kind of that phantom player that goes up and acts like she's going to swing. Instead, Laney Hennessy comes over the top and pounds it home.
Addison Parks now trailing by 1 for Wimberley. Strong's there. Dahl in the middle. Going to go all the way to Talon Dotson up on the top, and it's out. Dahl knotted up 5-5.
Coach Barthels is going to tell Addie Laney right here she cheated way into the middle of the court, and that ball was going towards that line. Luckily for Wimberley, it sails out of bounds.
5-5, and Addison Parks, a big server yesterday for Wimberley in their match versus Floresville. She's started it again. Nice serve. Ashton Dotson going to go to the middle to Emily Williams. Texans make an opportunity but can't get it. Side out for Davenport, 6-5.
Williams has gotten better as the season's gone on. Kind of a non-factor in the first matchup between these two teams, but in the second matchup in district and then last night was really good.
Logan Strong will serve the libero. Hennessy is there. Weeks going back to Laney Hennessy, shoveled to the left and picked up by Dotson.
Got away
Alexis
with the double.
Dahl going up. Talon, big swing from Talon Dotson, and she got it.
Yeah, and that's one situation right there where you miss KB, Kinsley Brown on that front row. If you're Wimberley, just be in position to block. They're going to have to slow that down. They're going to set Talon Dotson all day.
Strong again on serve, 7 serving 5. Laney Hennessy's there, good pass. Weeks going to go to the middle to Mariah McCoy. Off the block of Kovacs, picked up. Strong bump set to the top to Talon Dotson, rolls it to the back corner and got it.
So they're going right to Skylar Herring, challenging her to slow down the ball, play in the front right, and trying to block. So be interesting to see. They'll stick to that.
Yeah. And a good job by Talon. They were going over Skylar, and she kind of took something off.
Serve from Strong, picked up by Hennessy. Going back to Laney. Laney shoveled to the left, picked up by Alexis Dahl. Bump set, Strong going back to Talon Dotson, just a roll shot. Weeks is there. Bump set from Reagan Masur, going back to Laney. Big swing, rolled to the middle and down.
Very smart play by Laney Hennessy right there. A good bump set by Reagan. Laney goes up and just rolls it into the middle of the floor. Nobody home.
Carson Peoples will check in.
Sure will.
As well as Cameron Thames. Goes back to serve is Carson Peoples.
So again,
so
Coach Barthels,
has the right.
Coach Barthels is throwing some different looks at people. Carson's been out there many times this year.
8-6. Ace for Carson Peoples.
How about that?
That's what you want.
How about that?
You want that Carson People patented serve.
Great
35th
serve.
ace of the year for Carson Peoples.
And it keeps probably serve middle back is where Dotson is lined up.
Serve floated over. Dotson is there. Bump set from Dahl going back to Talon Dotson. Cross blocked in the middle. Cameron Thames was there going back to Dotson on the top. Dumped over. Mariah McCoy shoveled to the left but picked up. Dahl going back to Talon. Cross court. Picked up on the back row. Texans, they're going to get a lift on that one.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do.
No, yeah, Carson, I mean, she did everything she could to get her hands up, and there's nothing you can do about that. It was a really good swing by Dotson on the outside, and then Addie Laney did everything she could do to get it up, but just a double.
Emily Chabot checks in. Senior setter for Coach Toso. Jump serve. Picked up by Laney Hennessy. Peoples is going to go back to Laney Hennessy. One-handed from Ashton Dotson. Ball's going to go back towards the middle. Alexis Dahl will get it over. Laney Hennessy is there, or Addie Laney. Left-handed Cameron Thames. Strong with a one hand, but won't get it. And Cameron Thames with a swing.
Good swing and a really good set by Carson Peoples right there, Greg.
Good first swing, great set. Love to see Carson Peoples having this opportunity, making the most of it early, Darren.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it wasn't the best pass. I mean, it was a good position pass, but it was a little bit behind Carson. She had to backpedal and then back set it from there.
Yeah. Laney Hennessy, Texans trail by 1, 8-9 here in the first set. Hennessy on serve, picked up by Ashton Dotson. Dump toss to the right-hand side. Texans pick it up. Peoples going to go back to Cameron Thames into the middle of the net, and it's 10-8.
Yeah, Cameron says, that's me. She pats her chest. That's on her. It was a pretty good set again by Carson Peoples, and just on the approach, she was a little bit far from the net. Probably should have just rolled that one over. Instead, hits it into the middle of the net.
Talon Dotson goes back now.
Ryan Kovac with a little bit of gimpiness right now.
Dotson picked up on the back row by Sandoval. Bump set, back row attack coming up from Laney Hennessy. Roll shot, got it.
Smart play again by Hennessy. Good bump set by Carson Peoples, too, on an errant pass. Really just a low pass from Lily Sandoval.
Yes. I love Laney. She's scoring a lot of points in that back row, and that's going to be critical throughout this match.
Reagan Masur, Texans down 1, trading punches here in first set. Masur on serve. Talon Dotson is there. Chabot will go all the way across to Ashton Dotson, and she whoops it down in the middle.
You see Coach Frontera there talking to the front row for the Wimberley Texans. They got to get there to try to slow that down. They were just a little bit late to the block party.
Back to serve is number 11, Dakota Hart. Mentioned her in the pregame a little bit. One of the serving specialists. She's only a freshman. 11-9, Davenport leads here in the first set. Spun to the left-hand side. Thames is there. Peoples. Back row attack for Laney Hennessy. Rolled over. Chabot makes a good play. Bump, and it's going to be free balled over to Wimberley. Peoples all the way across to Lily Sandoval. Swings. Texans still have it on their side. Nope. Ashton Dotson going to shovel it to that corner. Won't get it. Peoples. Back set to Thames. Thames left hand, and it's down on a block from Ashton Dotson.
Great play by Ashton Dotson there, staying with it at the net and contesting that. There was a little push by the Wimberley Texans trying to get it over into a hole, and she just puts it in the right place, knocks it down.
Dakota Hart will serve again. Now a 3-point lead from Davenport. They start to stretch a bit. Rotation for Wimberley.
I think the setter released too soon. No, because she's front.
Yeah, she's on the front row.
Yeah, she's front row.
It's
not sure.
Stephanie Barthels is
a little bit different personnel. Maybe, just kind of.
Barthels is asking what the rotation is. Not too much of a question, though. So point is now 13-9 Davenport. Dakota Hart on serve. Picked up by Cameron Thames. Peoples got to go up into the middle. It's going to be point. Same thing we saw earlier. The overpass takes Peoples over the top, and it's 14-9. All of a sudden, Davenport leads by 5.
So the setter is going to be a back row girl, and when a hand goes by the net, you got to keep it on this side of the net. On their side of the net, you can't send it over. They'll substitute in Skylar Herring at the setter role now.
14-9. Dakota Hart back. They lead by 5. Out on the top side. Nice decision by Cameron Thames.
Yeah, good job of letting that, just kind of tracking it all the way to the sideline, and it does fall out of bounds. That was a big point that Wimberley needed to keep this within 5, keep it in striking distance.
Jesse Weeks, the senior, will go back to set or serve for Wimberley. Floated over. Alexis Dahl is there. Chabot, back row attack for Talon Dodson. Swung and in. Talon Dodson rolls it in on the backside. It's 15-10 Davenport. 5-point lead again.
Yeah, found that seam in between Laney and Reagan. I think both of them thought the other one was going to get it, and nobody offered at it.
Alexis Dahl will go back to serve. Right-hand side, Hennessy is there. Weeks going to the top to Lily Sandoval. Got through, but picked up on the back row by Talon. Now to the middle, back row attack from Talon. Texans get a hand on it, and they'll free ball this one back over from Lily Sandoval. Talon Dotson. Dahl going to the middle. Emily Williams down onto the hard court. Ripped it through. Addison Parks at 16-10.
Yeah, just nobody there, to slow it down on any of the hits so far. And, having to substitute, throwing people a little bit out of position.
Dahl again on serve. Hennessy is there. An overpass dumped to the left by Dotson. Great play by Jesse Weeks. Reagan Masur, back row attack from Laney Hennessy, picked up by Dahl. Strong will go bump set. Top side, Ashton Dotson, tip to the left-hand side. Texans lay out. Can't get it.
On our heels for sure right now. Yep, good call timeout right here by Coach Stephanie Barthels.
17-10. Davenport leads here in the first set over the Wimberley Texans. And Davenport, we talked about it in pregame, talked about it several times throughout the year. They don't make many mistakes. Texans right now making some mistakes with passing, with sets, over passing. Davenport not making those mistakes, and that's the reason you're seeing 17-10. Davenport playing flawless right now.
Yeah, and they're playing in system, and Wimberley scrambling it quite a bit, and that so far in this first set to fall down 7 points. But ultimately, you've got to get some defense at the net. If Davenport's going to be in system, Wimberley's got to contest some of these shots, Greg.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'll tell you what we're noticing, too, is an absence of downtown Kinsley Brown. She shows up, slows a lot of balls down. It doesn't really show up in any statistics. She creates a presence where they get intimidated with her block presence. So with that being said, late note from Doc Zales, she is ankle sprain, unable to play today. So we will not see her. We're just going to have to pick up the pieces and create a block presence there.
Got plenty of time to come back in this set, get some momentum going.
Dahl on serve, picked up by Hennessy. Bump set, free ball over from Skylar Herring on the right-hand side. Talon Dodson. Dahl going to shoot it all the way across to Ashton, picked it up. Texans flip it back over. Going back to Ashton Dodson. She'll swing that one. Laney Hennessy's there. Weeks goes to the top. Just tapped over by Lily Sandoval. Dahl going to go bottom side to Montanillo. Flicked up by Reagan. Reagan, back row attack for Laney. in on the backside for Laney Hennessy.
Great adjustment defensively right there. The setter, Jesse Weeks, covered the first tip over the block. Then Reagan covered the second tip.
Yes.
Got the ball back into system. If Davenport's going to continue to tip, you can take advantage of that if you play good defense.
Addie Laney on serve. Picked up by Strong in the middle. Dahl going to go to the bottom. Ashton Dotson picked up by Laney. Can't get there. Jesse Weeks tried to dive and get it, but couldn't. And it's 18-11. Ashton Dotson will go back here. The junior, 6 foot tall, amazing player for Davenport. Reagan gonna have to bump it down towards the bottom side for Laney Hennessy. Picked up by Logan Strong. Nice play, dumped over the middle. Jesse's right there. Reagan, bump set, bottom side. Hennessy tipped it over to the middle. Alexis Dahl, another bump set to the top side. Back row attack from Ashton Dotson. Addie Parks has got it. Gonna go top again to Laney. Picked up on the back row by Ashton. Now going to there's a double that got in under the net, I believe, for
all right, guys, you guys.
Alexis Dahl.
Alexis Dahl is killing it out there. She's not letting anything touch the floor. She's really fast. She's setting extremely well.
She's a good player, man.
Yeah.
Addison Parks goes back forward to the Texans. Serve is a good one. Ashton Dotson is there. Dahl to the bottom side to Montanillo, partially blocked by Mariah McCoy. Texans have it. Weeks going to go down to Skylar Herring, picked up by Dahl. Logan Strong, bump set, back row attack from Dotson. Right there is Jesse Weeks. Addie Laney with a bump set. Laney rolls it over, but Logan Strong. Dahl, top side. Talon Dotson swings. Picked up one-handed by Addison Parks and back over. Strong. Dahl going to go to the middle. Emily Williams off of Parks again. Logan Strong there. Dahl tries to flip it here and will not. That's the outside of the antenna. Addison Parks on the back row for Wimberley, making a difference.
The last 3 possessions, Wimberley's done a really good job on the front row of getting to the net, and they're having to tip and roll a lot of stuff now, and they got away with that early. Wimberley's been able to
slow it down.
18-13 Strong. Dahl, middle for Williams. Williams partially blocked by Mariah McCoy. Going to go top side to Hennessy. Thrown to the left-hand side and down.
Great set by Jesse Weeks right there.
They sub in, obviously with the rotation. They got Mariah. Mariah has really made her presence known. She's a part of that block party right now.
For sure. Give that front row credit, man. They really have adjusted a lot of the hits and attacks by the Davenport Wolves.
The rotation with Addison Parks serving has been working all weekend. Ashton Dotson, Dahl, top side to Talon. Talon, left-hand side, dumped down by Skylar Herring.
There you go, right side.
Needed something to happen, and there it was. I was fixing to say it, we need Skylar to step up, and that's what that was.
Emily Chabot checks in. Alexis Dahl goes back on the back. Chabot will move up in the middle. She took Montanillo's spot. Serve into the net.
Man, that ball just dropped. I thought that was coming, deep on the court, and it just dropped right at the net, hit the tape, and falls down. So point, Wolves.
Montanillo comes back in. Chabot goes off in the middle. Kovacs as well. On the front with Kovacs is Alexis Dahl and Talon Dotson. Strong will serve. Strong serve picked up by Addie Laney. Weeks going to go to the top to Laney Hennessy. Cross court all the way out on the top, though, and it's 20-15.
The timing of Jessie to her hitters has not been there so far, and boy, that needs to turn around very quickly.
Strong went on a good run earlier from the service line. She's got 45 aces on the year. She's a good server. Addie Laney make it more than 45. 21-15 Davenport. Good serve from Logan Strong. And the libero, just a junior. Get another year of that. She is going to get better and better. Serve picked up on the back by Reagan. Towards the middle, Mariah McCoy, and a good swing by Mariah McCoy. First time the Texans have set Mariah McCoy, and she gets a swing and a kill.
Yeah, and a really good set, too, and a good pass to get it started. But Mariah McCoy's been outstanding for the Texans in this playoff run that they've had, and she's showed up today for sure, defensively and now offensively.
On the front row for the Texans, it'll be Mariah McCoy, Cameron Thames, and Laney Hennessy. Carson Peoples will go back to serve. Looking for a ball here. Yeah. There it is. Emmy Fitzgerald had to go all the way underneath the tunnel below to get it. 21-16. Davenport leads by 5. Carson Peoples back to serve. Serve to the near side. Talon Dotson is there. Bump set from Dahl. Dotson's going to have to roll it over from 9 feet. Mariah McCoy. Peoples going to go to Laney Hennessy on the bottom side. Tip to the middle. Talon's there. Dahl goes back to the middle. Kovacs tries to poke it to the right-hand side. Addie Laney. Peoples going to go backside. Thames, big swing and got it.
Great set.
Good
back set by Carson Peoples. And Cameron Thames, you know what she's going to do when she gets a good set. She's going to go at it full force, 100%. Really good set by Carson.
Carson Peoples will go back now. 21-17. Davenport leads. Peoples into the middle of the net. Not even close. 22-17.
That's the focus stuff that, you know, if you're going to win against a team like this, you've got to stay focused. And you know, I'm not saying you can't miss a serve or two, but in this situation, you've got to play your best and do everything you can to keep those between the lines.
Emily Chabot will go back, the senior setter. 22-17, serve out of the back. So
Chabot can, you know, she does have the tendency to miss some of those, you know, in each of the matches between these two teams and yesterday as well. But man, when she gets on a run, she is really hard to receive her serve.
Laney Hennessy, Texans 18, Davenport 22. Hennessy on serve to the back right. Ace for Laney Hennessy.
Really good serve. Found that seam.
Yeah,
that was the same thing that happened to Laney and Reagan earlier, and one player thought it was going to get to, I think Dodson thought Dahl was going to get it. Dahl thought Dodson was going to get it, and it just kind of finds that seam.
At the very least, Wimberley has created some momentum and maintained it in this last half of this first set.
Hennessy on serve. Texans now trail by 3. Point Texans, and Taylor Toso immediately going to Alexis Dahl.
She's going to send her to the upper F and ask. She doesn't think they were out of rotation yet.
She does not. So we will see what the call is.
Yeah, and there's getting an explanation to Alexis Dahl from the upper F. Now the down ref has come to discuss that too. Something to do with her, you know, she is on the back row, but she's not the setter right now, so she didn't release.
I don't believe they're going to change it. I think it's going to be 22-20.
Wimberley cuts it to 2. First set.
Serve coming up from Laney Hennessy, down to 2-point lead. Hennessy on serves, another good one. Ashton Dotson is there. Back to the left, it'll be Talon, picked up on the back row by Laney Hennessy. Bump set coming from Reagan Masur. Rolled over from Laney Hennessy, blocked in the middle by Kovacs. Texans got another opportunity. Sandoval swing on the left and got it.
Got it in off the block by Dahl. Really good play by Carson Peoples there. Goes to her knees to bump set that up.
Yeah, she looks great, and I'm so happy for her and the Wimberley Texans because it was 22-21. And as expected, they go to a timeout. Davenport, they're on their heels right now.
Well, and Wimberley played about as poorly as they can play the first maybe up to about a 17 to 12 score. And to be able to battle back and have a chance to get back in this set and tie it up right here on serve is really, really good for them. Davenport, if you're Davenport, you know, you just got to settle the troops and you say, we got to get back to what we do. They started trying to go off speed, Jared. They tried to start tipping and rolling everything because of the blocks that Wimberley was getting into position, and I think that changed their mojo a little bit.
She's got the 2 setters off to the side, Coach Toso does, and giving them some instruction because they've really started struggling for whatever reason, and so hopefully they can get that, if you're Davenport, get that back in order.
Well, I think for the same reason that you saw Wimberley struggle, Davenport flip-flopping that key pass. We've seen Chabot, we've seen Dahl trying to set from 12, 13 feet beyond the 10-foot line.
Agreed.
Even.
Agreed.
That's right.
And that's just, you know, that's not like them. That's not like a very, very system Davenport Wolves team. Hennessy on serve again, picked up on the back row by Ashton Dotson. Down to the bottom side, Talon will try to go cross court.
Now, yeah, he changed it. He originally said in, but it was out. It was out.
It was out. He made a good correction. The ball was out.
I thought he was going to say tip maybe, but
22-22.
So 22 up now. Texans have fought back into it. Only the first set. We are in for a war here. 22-22. Hennessy flipped over to the middle, tried to get it into the donut from Chabot. They won't. Back row attack from Laney Hennessy, blocked by Kovacs. She'll pick it up. Chabot goes to the bottom to Talon Dotson. Nice shot from Talon Dotson to break it.
Yeah, Cameron, she saw it. She recognized it. She was trying to get over there to recover from that offside, and her and Reagan both recognized it a little bit late.
And now Talon Dotson will go back to serve. 23-22 Davenport. Picked up on the back row by Lainey Hennessy. Going to the middle for Mariah McCoy. She's 2 for 2.
Oh, man, number 6 has been special for the Wimberley Texans.
Critical points right here. We got a good server. Wimberley does. The libero, Reagan Masur Jr., one of the best athletes on the court.
Reagan Masur will serve. Back row, Talon Dotson, Ashton Dotson, and Logan Strong. It'll be Strong in the middle. To the left, Texans may get a free one. They won't. Nice play by Alexis Dahl to get it back. Swung by Addison Parks. Texans, great play. Almost an awesome play by Sandoval. What a fantastic play by Ashton Dotson.
They went across the line and got the ball. It's right there in front of the ref. Golly.
Wow. The ball went on the opposite side of the red, the net stand, the red pad there. And I guess she may have contacted it before it got across that red net.
And Laney is asking Coach Roberto Frontera, and he is giving a instruction to Laney on why that was not. So that is a valid, whatever it was. Ashton Dotson gets the hustle award on that one, because I'm going to tell you, if that point goes Wimberley, they're now serving for the set. It goes the other way, and Ashton Dotson hustles it up, picks it back, and Alexis Dahl gets it back over. It's 24-23, and now Davenport serve. That's a huge point.
It was a really good serve by Reagan. The ball was shanked on the first touch to the left, all the way out of bounds towards the scorer's table, and I'll be honest, Jared, I don't know what the rule on that is. I've seen it called where they've stopped it, and I've seen them let them play through that. So
everyone seemed to be satisfied from a coaching staff standpoint, so we're going to go with it for sure.
There was no question.
I'm guessing the 4 officials that are wearing white tops know way more about it than I do, so we'll go with them.
They definitely know more than all of us. So dropping back to serve. I think that's going to be Dakota Hart again. It will be Dakota Hart.
She's been going back left with her serves.
See if she continues. She'll do it again. Masur is there. Peoples going to go to Cameron Thames. Good set. Nice kill from Cameron Thames.
Davenport Williams was into the net. Won't matter because Cameron Thames absolutely unloaded on that. And another good set by Carson Peoples.
Jesse comes in to serve. Skylar Harris comes into the front right. Subbing out was a great rotation from Carson Peoples.
Absolutely. Number 4 was special right there.
Jesse Weeks tied up 24-24 here in set 1. Picked up by Strong. Chabot will go to the top side, and an awesome swing right there from Ashton Dotson.
Yeah, I mean, Davenport went right at Skylar Herring on that right side for Wimberley and goes opposite, outside on the Davenport side of the court, and she absolutely hammered that ball.
Lexi Dahl, great server now for Davenport.
Alexis Dahl will serve. To the near side, Hennessy is there. Bump set from Weeks, going to go all the way to the top. Lily Sandoval will just throw it in the middle. Strong is there. An opportunity for Emily Williams, and she'll take it. First set goes
she got net. She hammered the net, top of the tape on the follow. What?
She changed it.
She hit the net on the follow through.
That was
and she called it. The down ref called it, and then the up ref overruled it.
26-24.
Wow.
Davenport takes set 1.
Wow. Okay, so look, we said at the very least, finish with momentum. If you take out the first 10 points, and you look at points 11 through 25, Wimberley dominated.
Yes.
And so that's hopefully carries over to the second set.
We are going to take a break. Davenport takes the 1-0 lead here in the regional finals. You're listening to Texan Volleyball, KWVH 94.3. It's streaming live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. We are back. Jimmy Littleton Gymnasium right here in San Antonio, Texas, and the Davenport Wolves took set 1, 26-24. They had to get extras to get there, but Davenport started off the first set really dominating it. Texans battled back, but Davenport gets through in the end, 26-24, and you are seeing why both of these teams are 2 of the best teams in the state of Texas.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, this is why they're here in the regional finals with that opportunity to punch their ticket to the state tournament in Garland, Texas. And, I mean, you know, that was one of those sets where you thought Wimberley was just going to mail it in and let's move on to the set number 2. No. But they absolutely steamrolled back and
kind of upset they didn't win it now, you know, based on the breaks and so forth. We got some breaks last night and maybe did get our share there, but that's okay. I tell you what, Jared, a little bit of commentary. My grandson was being read a book by his other grandmother, Kathy Rakowitz, right below our crowd mic. And I went in there and I pointed to that mic, and they just about fainted. And so anyway.
I love it. I love it. I heard it. I didn't know who it was, though.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Texans, Davenport, set 2 coming up right here.
Yeah,
Texans are on the left-hand side of your screen if you're out watching. On the top side is going to be the Davenport Wolves.
All right, so we, same lineups to start.
Texans
one thing
will
I'll
serve
say
first
is
to
that,
Jesse Weeks.
One thing I will say about Davenport, they have done a great job of attacking from the outside against the right side of Wimberley so far in this match, and look for them to continue to do that. And Wimberley's adjusted well too to that, but they're going to keep going there.
Weeks back to serve. Set 2 underway. Picked up by Alexis Dahl. Going to go to the top side. Ashton Dotson. Laney Hennessy's right there. Weeks going to go to the bottom to Skylar Herring. Swung, partially blocked by Ashton Dotson. Going to go back to the top side. She'll go to Alexis Dahl. How many times yesterday did Alexis do that? And she takes the lead for Davenport 1-0 here in the second set.
Such a smart player, Jared. I mean, she's just a heady player, just a sophomore, and she knows exactly what she wants to do every time.
She'll draw back to serve 1-0 Davenport. Picked up in the middle by Lily. Bump set from Jesse Weeks. Skylar Herring will have to go cross court, but it's out.
And again, just kind of a slow start for the Texans at set number 2, just like set number 1. They are resilient, though. They will fight you back.
Alexis Dahl to serve again, 2-0. Down here to the near side. Weeks going to set to the middle. Alexis, Addison Parks. Talon Dodson, bump set to Ashton Dodson, blocked in the middle by Addison Parks. Dahl will set it back to her, shovel to the left. Laney Hennessy's there. Weeks going to have to bump set it back to the middle. Swing picked over by Skylar Herring. Alexis Dahl bump set on the backside. Ashton Dotson just rolls it over. Lily Sandoval back to Lily. Trying to go cross court, off the net, down.
Yeah,
Texans 2-1.
Good swing by number 9, Lily Sandoval, the sophomore right there. She goes, it kind of glances off the block. Davenport was getting there in position to block that, but it falls in.
Holland Wyatt checks in for Wimberley.
Ready, G, ready?
So you got to...
Ready?
Addie Laney will serve, picked up by Ashton Dotson. Nice swing by Emily Williams right down to the hard court.
Yeah, they've had no answer for that yet. Just got to slow her down. A really good set right on time to Williams, and she knocks it straight to the floor, about the 10-foot line.
Ashton Dotson will serve now. Mentioned Ashton Dotson in the pregame, and she is good. Hennessy, Weeks to the middle. Addison Parks, one hand from Logan Strong, back across. Gonna go to the top to Laney Hennessy, and she'll knock it down. What a play by Logan Strong defensively.
But that's the first big swing from Addison Parks we've gotten, and it's mainly because she hadn't gotten the sets. Good set there, and it
got them out of, they had to free ball it over, which was a great play just to get it over the net, but Reagan's there to put it back into system for the Texans and cut this set to 1 point.
Parks will drop back to serve. Holland Wyatt on the right-hand side. Lady Hennessy in the middle, as well as Mariah McCoy. Davenport 3-2. Parks on serve. Picked up by Ashton. Alexis Dahl goes to the bottom to Talon Dodson off the antenna. We're knotted up threes.
That's one of those right there. Holland Wyatt affects that immediately with her check into the game. She's able to go up and be in position to block that. And Dodson tries to go over her with a tip, and it goes out.
3-all. Addison Parks on serve again. That's a good one. Dodson off the top of the arm. She'll go back row attack for Ashton. Rolled in the middle. Parks is there. Weeks, top side. Hennessy swung. Down. Texans lead 4-3.
Yeah, I noticed something right here. Laney's gone at the setter with her attacks, with her kills. She's trying to hit at the setter there.
Probably something they've been talking about.
And they're on cue. They are going to bring in the other setter, Chabot. Dahl will move to the middle. Chabot will be down on the bottom side. It's 4-3 Wimberley. They did this in the first set as well.
Yeah.
Davenport, and it worked perfectly. Alexis Dahl, Chabot bump set to the bottom. 12 feet for Talon Dotson, picked up by Parks. Going to go back to Laney Hennessy. Swung off the top of the net. One hand. Back to the middle. Talon Dotson swing and a big one, and that is one of those. It fell to the right spot, and Talon Dotson took advantage of it.
Yeah, they're so long at the net, and that ball was played, so many tips and balls right around the net, and they just had the right person in the right place at the right time.
Logan Strong, the junior libero, will serve 4-4. Strong picked up by Hennessy. Weeks towards the middle. Mariah McCoy tip to the left. Right to Dahl. Strong bump set to the top side. Talon Dotson swing and down.
Good job.
What though? We asked the right side to Holland Wyatt to come in and block. She blocked it.
Yeah, she blocked it. Just couldn't keep it inbounds. Hit off the antenna.
Logan Strong back in. 5-4 now. Davenport leads by 1. Near side. Hennessy's got it. Overpass. Picked in the middle and knocked down by Montanillo.
Really good serve there. Strong. Her serves yesterday, it wasn't that impressive, but today she's come out on fire.
6-4, Davenport leads by 2. Picked up by Addie Laney. Weeks going to go top to Laney Hennessy. Shovel to the left-hand side. Strong picks it up. Nice set from Alexis Dahl on the jump set to Talon Dotson. Perfect spot at 7-4.
Talon Dotson, man, she smoked us earlier in the year. I've talked about her just being the heartbeat. She's free swinging.
Yeah, she's a senior, man. She's a senior on a mission.
Logan Strong again. Overpass. Dotson in the middle. Got the kill.
Golly, boy, this front half rotation was having a good half rotation, except for these last 3 points. So hats off to Davenport. They're doing a good job of putting us on our heels, and no doubt about it.
8-4, Davenport leads behind the strong service of Logan Strong. No pun intended there.
Yeah, no. I mean, just getting some passes, that are a little bit overpassed or a little bit off target to the setters, and that's taking Wimberley out of position, and that's why they're down 4 points in set number 2. And they will come back. They will play better. They've proven that. If they have proven nothing else in this playoff run, they're very, very resilient.
So if you're down, let me give you some hope. Salado was down 2-0. They're now in the 5th, and they're up 10-5 in the 5th. Salado was down as far as you could go. It came all the way back, and so they're looking good.
Yeah, because they were down 13-8 in the 3rd set.
Spring Hill defeated China Spring last night 3-0.
Canyon Randall and Stephenville in the 3rd set, 13-5. Canyon Randall's up right now. I don't know who won sets 1 and 2, and it doesn't show it. I wish it did.
Skylar Herring will check in on the right-hand side. Logan Strong back to serve again. 8-4. Davenport leads. Addie Laney dives underneath it. Weeks, top side, big swing, and Logan cannot control that one. It's 8-5.
Man, really good pass by Addie Laney on a difficult serve by Strong once again. And Laney goes right at Strong, the libero, with that kill, and not much that Strong could do about it. It was hit hard.
Second setter will be Skylar Herring and serve.
Skylar Herring will serve. 8-5. Davenport leads. Ashton Dotson's got it on the back row. Dahl goes back to Talon Dotson, partially blocked by Cameron Thames. Trying to get there. Texans won't. 9-5. Davenport off the kill from Talon Dotson.
Boy, this team's so good. Our setters got so many service points against Belleville in particular, and they're just really minimizing that. Davenport is.
Emily Chabot, the senior setter, will go back to serve. Floated here to the near side, and she's going to get an ace. A shank from Laney Hennessy, and it's 10-5.
Yeah, it's just.
You want to give Laney a little rest.
Yeah,
right
give her a little rest. I mean, they're moving her up now, and that's a good call.
Moves back.
She has to do so much offensively, defensively.
Chabot again on serve, 10-5. Texans out of rotation. You don't see this many out of rotation calls all year, but then 3 of them here today on both, a couple on both teams. 11-5. Masur, ace. Chabot, I don't think the Texans were ready for serve.
No, what's unfortunate is the serve before that, Reagan had a perfect pass, but we were out of rotation. So that one, she couldn't decide whether to bump it or use her hands, and just a really good serve again.
Chabot now leads by 7 with Davenport. Going back to Masur. Masur, bump set from Skylar Herring, and a kill from Cameron Thames. 12-6.
A lot of time left in this set to get back in it.
We're really trying to just hang around and grab some momentum somewhere in these next 4 or 5 points. And good place to start right here is a good server. Alabama commit, Laney Hennessy.
Service from Laney. Picked up by Ashton Dotson. An overpass dumped down to the left by Cameron Thames. Far on the right, 12-7.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have some serve receive errors when these two teams serve like they can. I mean, it's going to happen. And there's one for Davenport.
Hennessy will serve again. Texans launch that one out of the back of the world. 13-7. Give it right back to Davenport. That one was out of the bounds of the basketball court almost. Talon Dotson will serve. Talon picked up in the middle by Laney Hennessy. Herring going to set it to Mariah McCoy. A little bit off there. Strong got it. Williams, left-hand side. That's Kovacs, actually. Texans get it back up. Rolled over from Herring. Not picked up on the back row. Miscommunication between Talon Dotson and Strong.
Well, it just kind of rolled off of Strong. You know, Talon Dotson tried to use her hands to get it, and it rolled backwards off of her, and then she was in the way of anybody getting to it. That's a tough thing because you made a good play.
Break, yeah. 13-8. Reagan Masur drops back for Wimberley. Masur serve picked up deep from Strong. Chabot sets to the bottom side of the big swing from Dotson. Skylar Herring can't handle it. It's 14-8.
Yeah.
Good effort by Skylar. She almost got it.
Yeah, but Skylar and Cameron were both there, but the set was so high they were already coming back down when the ball was hit by Dotson.
Dakota Hart back to serve now for Davenport. Ace from Dakota Hart. Miscommunication
Reagan's
from
just got to take that. She's.
I like Emily Chabot a little bit more than Lexi Dahl at the setter position. Lexi Dahl is best athlete on the floor, in my opinion, but Emily Chabot is probably the most skilled at setter of the two.
Dakota Hart again to serve. 15-8. Davenport leads. Laney Hennessy's there. Herring going to go to the top side. Sandoval rolled but blocked in the middle. Texans free ball back over. Nice play. Chabot goes to the middle. Plus left-hand side. Emily Williams.
We get off schedule, and we stayed off schedule until they finally killed it.
The serves right now for Davenport are just giving Wimberley all kinds of problems. They just can't get a good pass to target.
16-8, and Dakota Hart still serving. Hart picked up by Hennessy. Bump set. Cameron Thames from 11 feet, and it's 5 foot out on the right-hand side, and it's 17-8, 9-point lead.
They're going to switch and rotate over, so Laney will be middle back and Lily Sandoval left back.
Texans now struggling. Serve, receive. Hart picked up by Sandoval. There's a good pass. Herring going to go back to Sandoval. Pay her off. Out on the top side.
He calls in down here.
I was going to say, he's got out, he's got in. And the up ref is going to ask both of them.
She's going to ask the far ref if it was long. If it wasn't long, he's probably going to call it in. Yep, she's going right to him and ask him, was it long? Because if not, he saw this side ref saw the line a lot better.
17-8, big point right here. Davenport could take a 10-point lead. Long discussion from the up ref with the judges on the floor.
Good job by the Wimberley girls, kind of huddling up right there.
Texans get the point.
Good job by the up ref. You know, really just not trying to make a quick decision. Make the best decision based on 3 people, you know, having a good discussion.
So Jesse Weeks goes back to serve. Texans down by 8, 17-9 here in the second set. Picked up by Ashton Dotson. Bit of an overpass, but Chabot puts it in a good spot, and Williams knocks it down.
Yeah, she got lucky on that one. That ball hit off the tape and changed complete direction. We actually had somebody there to dig that. The ball hits the tape and goes into no man's land. Uh-oh.
Nope, you're okay.
We lost
a crowd, Mike. That's all right, though. Alexis Dahl picked up on the back row by Lily Sandoval. Sandoval goes on the right-hand side. Picked up. Ashton Dotson goes cross-court, blocked by Addison Parks. Texans trying to get this one back over in a back row attack. And how about that from Laney Hennessy? Hennessy goes down on the play, and it's 18-10.
Yeah, just tough play there because Jesse Weeks didn't know that Jesse Weeks didn't know that Laney was going up from behind her, and Laney lands on top of Jesse, is able to get it in bounds for the kill for the Texans. But man, she's
moment right now. Let's we're going to keep it here with us, and we're going to turn it down just a little bit as we'll continue. And it's Davenport 18-10 over Wimberley right now here in the second set. The Wimberley Texans fell in the first one, 26-24. Davenport took it, which was it was a back and forth, very similar to this set though in that first set.
Yeah, I believe it was 17-10 in the first set.
Yeah, as they fell down early and fought back late. So Texans trying to get something going here to try to get them back together. Addie Laney picked up by Strong in the middle, one-handed set onto the floor,
blocked by Addison Parks, but out of bounds.
But what a great one-handed set right there from Alexis Dahl.
No doubt.
19-10. Weeks down to the bottom side. Skylar Herring picked up by Ashton Dotson. Dahl going all the way to Talon Dotson. Great play by Addie Laney. Strong. Dahl, middle. Williams blocked in the middle. Strong there again. Dahl going to go to the top side now. Dotson picked up Addie Laney. Texans opportunity. Laney Hennessy swung and got it.
What a great defensive job at the net by the blocking of the Wimberley Texans, and a great dig by Addie Laney just to keep that possession going.
They're not an easy team to block, Davenport is, and so when we see that effectiveness, boy, it gives you a little bit of hope. We've really been very good when we show up with a good block party.
19-11, Davenport leads. Ashton Dotson there. Dahl going to go to the middle. Williams out on the backside.
Good job by Addison Parks being on the back row, letting the ball go, having good court presence there, Darren.
Yes,
I'll tell you, from the service line and on the back, Addison Parks has had a phenomenal game tonight.
She has.
19-12, Texans now trail by 7. Into the net, and they've trailed by 8. And the first one to 20 is Davenport. And the very talented server, Logan Strong, back to serve. A lot of communication from Wimberley on the back row, and it's out.
Boy, that ball was dropping fast. It just didn't drop quick enough.
Landed about a ball outside the back line, out of bounds, but
Montanejo's a great serve. Skylar Herring. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, you're all right. Skylar Herring will serve. 20-13. Strong on the back row. Dahl to the middle. She's going to set Montanejo on the backside, and it's out as well.
Yeah, just kind of sailed that. She didn't snap her wrist there and get on top of that. Just kind of sailed it to the far side, trying to go across court to that coffin corner, and just hits it just about a foot out of bounds again.
Herring will serve. Texans now trail by 6. At one point down 10 earlier. Herring serve. Ashton Dotson is there. Dahl going to go to Talon. Top side. Blocked down by Cameron Thames.
Camo was there that time. Cameron and Mariah both in great position to block there, and she knocks it straight down. Cuts it to 5.
Timeout on the floor from Taylor Toso. 20-15. Texans have cut the lead in half.
We made a run during this time last set.
Yeah, it was 17-10 in set number 1 when Wimberley started to make a run.
Yes.
And got back in it and tied it up, if I'm not mistaken, 23 all.
Yes.
And it was anybody's set on a call that could have gone either way. And now they've got to do the same thing. They've got to fight back and do what they've been doing in this entire playoff run and be resilient.
20-15. Coach Stephanie Barthels and Roberto Frontera. Animated conversation in the middle of this Wimberley Texan huddle. Over on the other side, Taylor Toso talking to her Davenport Wolves, trying to get them calmed down a little bit. I like the timeout from Coach Toso for the reason that I feel like she's ahead of it Because if 2 or 3 more points come from Wimberley and you look up and it's 17-18, now you're calling a timeout, but the momentum's there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now it's kind of, I
Really
like the early time. I'm an early timeout fan rather than a late.
Same.
So
I am too.
Toso trying to kill that momentum. We'll see if she gets it. Herring on serve. Ashton Dotson. Bump set. They're not even going to get this one across, I don't think. Yeah, they will. Now it'll go back. Laney Hennessy, big swinging down.
Laney is playing like a mad woman right now, and I love it, and no doubt about it. Frontier is coaching his heart out over there, trying to get the setter implored about where to put the ball.
Montanillo checks out, and Chabot checks in. Strong. She'll go to Chabot. A little bit of an overpass. Point for Wimberley. Chabot went up over the top of it.
It's going to be a replay. Yeah, she was wrong on the call there.
The setter got it.
Front row.
The setter was back row. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, she did not see Chabot check in. So 20-16, and Herring will serve again. Picked up on the back row. Going to Talon Dotson on the left hand side. Blocked in the middle by Thames and Mariah McCoy.
Cam T, man. Cam Thames coming up big with those big long arms, man, and she can get up to a really good job by Mariah McCoy and Cameron Thames of being in position against that outside hitter.
20-17, and Herring serves again. Right hand side, good serve by Herring. Picked up by Dahl. Chabot, bottom side. Dotson, blocked down again. Add another one to Cameron Thames.
So the physicality of Wimberley is starting to outlast what it appears to be a less vertical from Talon at least.
And she's swinging full force too.
Yeah.
Good job by Davenport right there. They had their own little timeout, their own little huddle there, but now Coach Toso will call the next one.
Now this is, I will say, I mentioned a moment ago, I like the early timeout. This is the risk of what you take, because this is timeout number 2.
Right.
And if Wimberley goes on a bit of a run, you have no more timeouts. Stephanie Barthel still has one in her pocket. So that is the risk, and it's 20-18. Trying to break up the momentum now for Wimberley.
So we're pretty sure that Slato beat Spring Hill in 5 after being down 2-0. So that match is over with. I didn't catch it, but they cut it right off. But that's very interesting. And that's for the championship of Region 2. Region 1, Stevensville wins the 3rd set. No, excuse me. Canyon Randall wins the 3rd set. It was 25-15. So number 1 ranked team in the state, by the way, Canyon Randall.
Hey, let's talk about that, man. We're in the Elite 8. There are 8 teams in the 4A that are playing volleyball right now, and these are 2 of the best ones right here.
Skylar Herring still on service for Wimberley. Herring picked up by Strong. Chabot jump set in the middle. Dodson got it through the block and ripped it by Cameron Thames. 21-18.
If anything, a timeout gives Dotson a little bit of rest to get her verticality back in the set. That was a really good kill.
Real good swing. She kind of went to the middle of the court that time instead of on the far at the pin, and was able to get it off Cameron Thames' hand.
Emily Chabot, 21-18 Davenport. Somebody blows it. Point. This is the 3rd time now that this down ref has called this on Wimberley. And Stephanie, I believe, is probably sick of it.
Yeah, we made a boo-boo. I think
she's not happy.
We scooted up too quick as a setter.
22-18. Chabot, serve. Herring, bump set. Going to go to Laney Hennessy. Into the block, and Talon Dotson gets it down, 23-18.
That was tough because had to bump set that, so Laney was quite a bit off the net, probably 4 feet off the net when she had to make her approach.
And there's Texan timeout. So the timeout from Toso ends up being at the perfect moment. Instead of it being 20-18 or 20-19 at that point, she gets the side out. And Davenport, 2 back-to-back points. It's 23-18, and now they've stretched what was a 2-point lead to 5 points here in the 2nd set.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, that's the thing about both these teams. I mean, they will trade punches, and Davenport is great at, you know, Coach Tosa is great at settling the troops down and getting them to get back in the system. They changed it up a little bit on the first kill after the timeout. They went middle with it to Talon Dotson instead of setting her way out the pin. I think that was a good adjustment by her. Coach Bartels is really trying to rally the troops here, say we can come back, we can win this set. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a good pass right here off of this serve.
Ashton Dotson, been a big part of the success. She's on the back row with Emily Chabot. Chabot will serve again. 23 serving 18. Davenport leads over to Wimberley Texans here in the second set. Chabot on serve. Masur is there. Herring to the middle. Mariah McCoy right side. Strong with a nice play. Chabot sets to the top side. Swung to the left from Dahl. Out on the bottom. And no, they're going to say tip.
Both of them say tip.
Yeah,
so we got to go with that.
And Skylar's not arguing it.
They're going to say tip. So 24-18. I agree.
Dahl really a crafty player, man.
Well, we talked about her in that angle shot to that left-hand side several times. Chabot, point for the set. Great serve. Herring going to go to the bottom. Laney Hennessy dumps it, and it's over towards Coach Toso, and it's down 25-18. Davenport takes the second set.
Yeah, I mean, just really smart plays there. I mean, a really good serve by Chabot. Reagan's able to get it up to the setter. And again, Laney just a little bit too far from the net to be able to get a really good swing on it.
We're going to take a timeout. Set 3 coming up right here from Littleton Gym in San Antonio, Texas. You're listening to Texan Volleyball. KWBH 94.3 FM and streaming on Dave. Davenport up 2-0. Texans are on the verge of a trip home, and Davenport is on the verge of a trip to Garland, Texas for the state championship.
You know, a lot of publicity about this. Davenport's a new school, and they bring in the best coach they possibly could. She's a club player and a club coach, and very good one. So probably attracted some players when they had options to go to other schools. And I really hate to see them leave 4A in some aspects, because they've really just added to the Floresville, the Belleville, Neeville, and Wimberleys. And they'll be exiting out of 4A, and they want to leave a mark in 4A. And hats off to Toso. And in a way, though, man, I just really enjoyed them. They're pure volleyball players, and beautiful young ladies. And I tell you what, the tradition of Wimberley is still hanging around here, and folks, they work those girls out a lot physically, lifting weights all the way through this week. And so you just wonder if maybe there might be some fatigue that might set in, and where Wimberley starts looking a little bit stronger.
Well, I was about to say that coming out of the break, Greg. I think Wimberley's fresh-legged. I don't think because they've been out of system so much, I don't feel like they're worn down. I think they can fight back, try to get a set here if they can, and make this thing a match. But it's gonna take better skill plays. It's gonna take better passing and better blocking. And when Wimberley goes up to kill, they've got to put it in bounds.
A lot of things they could do right here. They stay with Skylar Herring at the right side on the front row. I'm not sure what will happen with the setter position when she goes to back row. Right now, obviously, will be Jesse starting out the set 3.
Alexis Dahl will start us off. 2-0 Wolves. Sandoval is there. Weeks, middle. Big swing from Addison Parks, and it's down.
Yeah, there's a really good timing connection right there between Jesse Weeks and Addison Parks, and it started with a great pass by Lily Sandoval.
First lead we've had in this match.
Addie Laney goes back. She'll serve 1-0. Addie off the top of the tape and falls down 2-0 Wimberley, and that's...
How great has she been, guys? Yeah,
somewhat of the break that you like for Wimberley.
First-year varsity player. She has really stepped up for the Texans.
So coachable.
Addie Laney now goes back out and gives it right back to him. 2-1. Davenport watches it sail out of the back.
Yeah, tried to go with the float serve, and it just knuckled all the way beyond the outer boundary.
Ashton Dotson will go back to serve. Second on the team in aces for Ashton. Masur gonna go to Hennessy. Montanillo is there and nobody in the middle, and Montanillo just knocks it back over, and the Texans all 6 watch it fall.
Yeah, Addison, I think everybody thought she was going to get it, and then she was thinking maybe a DS or a libero would get it.
2-2, Dotson on serve. Reagan Masur is there, bump set to the bottom, and it's a great bump set. Logan Strong tries to get it, but the bump set from Jesse Weeks to get it back to the middle. Texans 3-2. was on point, and Laney Hennessy drove it home.
Yep.
Addison Parks now back to serve. I will tell you, Logan Strong from the libero position, she gets a hand on everything. Out from Addison Parks.
And that time Strong tracks it all the way to the back line, puts her foot on the line, and it sails over it.
Strong will go back to serve now. Strong over 50 aces on the year. 3-3. Strong on serve. It's a nice one. Addie Laney's there. Weeks going to go to the middle of Mariah McCoy and down.
And Mariah, again, just when the timing's there, she has been great. Really, since about the second half of district on. When, you know, when she got back in the middle where she's at home, she's been spectacular.
Cameron Thames checks in. Skylar Herring on serve. Ashton Dotson picks it up. Dahl going to go to the top. Two Kovacs picked up. Oh, that was Talon Dotson. Montanillo rolls it off the tape. Herring was there, but the misdirection off the tape got it past her, and it's 4-4. Nice swing by Montanillo on the happy birthday. Emily Chabot comes in.
Chabot will probably directionally serve across the court. She likes to go from the far right side across the court to the back left.
4-4. She will go across. Masur is there. Herring going to go to Hennessy. Tip to the left. Dahl is right there. Chabot going top. Picked over the middle. Talon Dodson. Texans an opportunity. Bump set to the bottom for Laney Hennessy. Blocked but out. Nice block by Dahl. But the Texans get the point, and it's 5-4.
You know, there's something about this tweak of Laney's ankle a while ago. It kind of just slowed her mind down, it seems like, and she's really playing well right now.
The down refs.
The substitution was too quick. Yep.
Or
she resubbed it.
Yeah. I think there were substitutions on both sides, and she was looking at the right side when the Wimberley girls subbed in.
So 5-4 Wimberley. Drop back Laney Hennessy. Hennessy on serve. Strong is there. Chabot going to go to the top side. Shoveled out of bounds. Alexis Dahl couldn't get it in, and it's 6-4 Wimberley here in set 3. Laney Hennessy will serve again.
You know, we talked on the break. It's just something where Wimberley hasn't had that long service run, maybe outside of one by Laney Hennessy and one by Addison Park.
6-4. Hennessy serve. Right over the top. Strong goes all the way down. Chabot, bottom side, 10 feet for Talon Dotson. Back row attack from Hennessy and got it. Chabot couldn't do it.
Great pass by your Reagan Masur to the setter, and the setter sets it straight up in the air for a
great
vertical
hands by
lead.
Skylar Herring there, because it was a low pass by Reagan.
It was a quick pass.
But that's what they do. I mean, when they play tempo like that, they can be really good. And that timing is a lot better with those hitters.
Laney Hennessy, 7-4 Wimberley here in set 3. Beyond the service line, ready to go. Serves to the top side. Talon Dodson is there. Chabot tries to dump it over the middle. Texans get it. Cameron Thames with a swing, and she got the point.
No, I know what Coach Toso's asking for, a second touch by the same player.
It was a tip
but
and a hit.
She went up to block. She tipped.
And the down ref is going to come all the way across and have a conversation. And I'm going to tell you, there's been situations that have been interesting.
I don't want the down ref to get influence. And
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, the up ref is at the net at the best vantage point. She saw what happened. Mariah McCoy went up to block. She was on her way down, but she still tipped it, and then she touched it behind her.
Yeah,
so
Cameron.
A block's a block.
Yeah, Cameron went up. She got it with her
was
right
Cameron?
hand.
I thought it was Mariah.
It was Mariah.
Oh, it was Mariah.
Yeah,
okay.
it was Mariah. Mariah was coming down. She tipped it with her right hand on the block, and then she goes behind her and bumps it up, which is a legal play because the first touch was a block.
Yeah.
And
it's a good question, because when I saw it originally, it was kind of like, okay, are they going to call that a tip based off it's kind of rolling off of the tape right there? Are they going to call that a tip? And I would imagine that's what the down ref conversation with the up ref was, hey, do you have that as a tip, or did you have that as touch rather than tip touch?
Right. And it was marginal. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was a close one.
Marginal.
I agree, 100%. I think it's a good call by Toso just to make that call to slow it down. And then now the timeout by Coach Taylor Toso, and she's 8-4 down to Wimberley. She did a really good job earlier. We all mentioned it, calling the early timeout, trying to be progressive on it rather than reactive on trying to slow that momentum. So
very true. Very true.
you got Laney Hennessy back, which, kind of for that matter of if you're going to have somebody back serving for the Wimberley Texans, she's had a lot of experience on the volleyball court, whereas some of the others that haven't had that experience, it's nice to have a very veteran person on that backside right now serving it.
No doubt.
Because how many times do you see timeout and served out of the back of the court?
Right.
You see it a lot.
Middle of the net.
And you do see it a lot. The down ref is all the way over having a conversation with Stephanie Barthels, has literally maintained.
I think she's wanting to have a seat for Frontier. He's really up and coaching a bunch.
So Lady Hennessy will serve 8-4. And we're ready to go here, set 3. Davenport leads 2-0 over Wimberley. Wimberley trying to find a way to take set 3. Dotson picks it up on the back row. Chabot going to go to Talon Dotson on the bottom side, picked up by Reagan Masur. Bump set, Herring to the top side, out on the back from Cameron Thames.
Yeah, just overcooked it just a little bit, man. She had a full approach there and just smoked it.
Reagan with a great dig down the line there too, Darren. Golly.
Talon Dotson will go back. Talon went line. She's been going cross court a lot, but went line on that kill, and Reagan was there. 8-5. Texans lead. Good pass from Hennessy. Going all the way across to Lily Sandoval. Rolls it to the middle. Picked up by Talon Dotson. Chabot's going top to Ashton. Blocked to the bottom side. Nice.
Man, Cameron Thames. Defensively, man, she's been lights out since the midway through that first set. Great job by another sophomore. Such a young team we've talked about, Jared. This is such a young Wimberley team.
Reagan Masur now will serve. 9-5, Texans lead. Strong is there. Bump set from Chabot. Back row attack from Talon Dodson. Hennessy's there. Herring with a bump set. Back row attack from Laney Hennessy. She swings a big one. Guys, I think I got a chance at that one. I believe our crowd might just take a spill.
Crowd might just take a beating. Yeah, it's got new batteries, though. I
believe it took a spill right there. I'm going to go check on it real quick, guys. Y'all take it for just a moment.
Well, oh, my God. And I don't want to, I know we have a really, really important senior, but there are a lot of Wimberley sophomores out there on the court.
It got younger today versus yesterday with the senior stepping out with downtown, and so Reagan gives it a serve.
Masur.
Chabot.
Kovacs is in the middle. Now Laney Hennessy set to the middle. Addison Parks off. They're going to say under the net. I think they're calling Kovacs on that one.
No, they're going to get it on 15.
15. That's Ashton Dodson.
Yeah, I didn't even see her near the net.
I did not either. So 11-5. The down ref called that. Reagan Masur back to serve. Strong is there. Chabot sets back to Ashton Dodson. Tries to dump it on the left, and what a beautiful dump that was right there by Ashton Dotson.
Yeah, got Skylar Herring on her heels there, kind of standing straight up, you know, and man, Ashton comes right back after getting called for going under the net and makes a great drop.
Dakota Hart, she has had several big runs today for Davenport. She'll serve. Sandoval, bump set, going back to Sandoval, 10 feet cross court, picked up by Ashton Dotson. Chabot going to go to the bottom. Alexis Dahl flips to the left. Cameron Thames is there. Herring, back row attack. Laney Hennessy spun off, and she missed it. She knew it immediately. Yeah, and it's 11-7. Texas.
This is the side out where they gained a lot of points. Davenport did, and really want to, get a side out if you're Wimberley right now and stop this bleeding.
11-7. Davenport now trailing by 4 here in the third set. They lead 2-0. Hart back to the middle. Texans will just shovel it over on the right-hand side. Hart blades underneath it. Chabot top side. Ashton Dodson tries to go cross court. Masur is there. Free ball over coming from Wimberley. Talon Dodson. Chabot in the middle. Goes to Williams. Blocked by Lily Sandoval. Chabot going to go top to Ashton Dodson. Flip to the left. Laney Hennessy's there. Bump set from Herring. Lily Sandoval swings. Tries to get it on the back left side, but can't. Free ball over from Davenport. Now going back to Sandoval on the bottom side. It's blocked by Alexis Dahl. Back row attack from Laney Hennessy, and it goes into the middle.
Yeah, good job by Skylar playing some defense there and bump sets it and really passes it backwards to Laney, and she tries to attack from the back row, hits it into the net.
Dakota gets some great serves here.
Yep.
Dakota Hart on serve again. In the middle. Set to the bottom side for Cameron Thames. Flips it over, and nice.
That time caught Hart on her heels with a drop shot there.
Cameron's learning to really, get something other than the cannon.
Yeah,
so
a little finesse.
Really, a little finesse there, yeah.
Senior Jesse Weeks goes back, 12-8. Wimberley leads. Weeks spins it. Strong picks it up. Chabot going back to Ashton Dodson. A little off time for the Little drop over the top, but it got down. Skylar Herring couldn't get it. And it's 12-9. And goes Alexis Dahl beyond the service line.
Yeah, Ashton Dotson, such a smart player as well.
Dahl on serve. Picked up on the back row by Hennessy. Bump set coming from Reagan Masur. Lily Sandoval shovels it over. Now Emily Williams. Back row attack from Talon Dodson. Sliding underneath it is Jesse. Bump set going to the top for Herring. Herring partially blocked, but up in the air. Addison Parks tries to jump it. They're going to get into the net from
Tim.
I thought they caught it on Addison, but
they're going to call Montanillo. I did not see Montanillo into the net either, but 13-9, Wimberley leads, and Addie Laney will serve. Strong picks it up in the middle. Alexis Dahl sets to the bottom. Ashton Dotson blocked to the bottom side by Hennessy. Going back to Ashton on the bottom. She'll just roll that one over. Parks is there. Weeks going back to Laney Hennessy. She'll tap it over to Alexis Dahl. Makes the play, and it goes under. Texan point.
Great job.
Lexi Dahl and Montaneo collided there, and she's working her left shoulder. Lexi Dahl is.
Yeah.
Hard. I could hear the collision.
Yeah, they hit hard. Addie Laney will serve. Picked up by Strong to the middle. Big swing by Emily Williams.
First good pass by Strong in about 4 possessions there. That time she gets it right to the setter, and when they're in tempo like that, it's hard to stop.
14-10, Wimberley leads. Ashton Dodson back to serve. Reagan Masur is there. Weeks going to go to the top to Laney Hennessy. Shovels it to the left-hand side. Strong picks it up. Bump set from Dahl. Going top, Talon Dodson. Ball would have been out, but the Texans take the opportunity to pick it up. Dahl underneath it. Talon Dodson picked up by Addie Laney. Weeks goes to the middle to Parks. Now Strong there again. Dahl top side. Talon Dodson. Addie Laney with a nice play. Dumped down by the Davenport, but picked up. Strong bump set to the top for Talon Dodson. Out on the back side.
That's one of those points right there that Wimberley's got to win. Everything out of system on both sides of the court.
We're not getting full swings. They are. I really wish we could get some full swings. I wish I could give you the solution as well.
Yeah.
Addison Parks will serve 15-10.
But we are surviving.
Ashton Dodson. Dahl going to top to Talon. Blocked by Mariah McCoy. They'll get it back in. Dahl will free ball it over. Parks. Weeks, an overpass. Mariah McCoy jumps up, doubles it over. Dahl to the middle. Weeks slides under it. Laney Hennessy free ball over. Logan Strong goes to the top for Talon Dodson. She'll not get it over the net.
Legs, man. The legs are just a little bit weary
both
right now. Set number 3. Yeah, they're both tired.
They're both tired.
That's why you see a lot of scramble plays, you know. It's
that's right. They're trying to maybe over finesse the game right now. The one that probably, if we can get a few strong hits and establish that physicality, it'll probably maybe have an intimidating effect. But I tell you what, man, my hat's off. I keep talking about Davenport. They're really, really good, and for Wimberley to go 2 sets down and be up 16-10, you like where they are right now. But this set is in no way over.
No.
Wimberley is going to have to really impose their force as much as they can to get to 25 the first.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is not a Davenport Wolf team that's going to go away. They're not going to wait and say, hey, let's take it to set number 4. They're going to try to storm back and win this set, and they've got the experience. They've got the talent. They've got the coaching ability. They've got everything you need to come back from a 6-point deficit for sure.
So 4 sets. Tanya Randall is up 20-18. They're up 2 sets to 1. Tanya Randall's up over Stevensville, and that's the championship of Region 1. We're at Region 4 right now, and it's a good one.
Addison Parks to serve, 16-10 Wimberley. Logan Strong is there. Dahl going to set in the middle. Emily Williams. Addie Laney gets a hand on it. Free ball over coming from Laney Hennessy. Dotson on the back. They're going to go with Talon Dotson off of the block of Mariah McCoy and down 16-11.
You're almost getting spoiled with Mariah. You're kind of like, hey, that wasn't a block, back over to the other side there. And
she was in good position to do it. It's just it's a little different when it's not a middle hitting from the middle, but it's a hitter.
Logan Strong will serve off the top of the net. Addie Laney is there. Weeks going all the way across to Laney Hennessy, and it's tipped off of Montanillo.
Smart play. Good set by Jesse Weeks. Timing was a little bit off on the approach by Laney Hennessy, but she, instead of trying to do too much with it, she just knocks it off the the block and out of bounds.
Cameron Thames checks in. Jesse Weeks checks out. That puts Skylar Herring at server and setter.
Herring on serve. Logan Strong is there. Back to the middle. Back row attack from Ashton Dodson. Addie Laney. Herring back to Laney Hennessy. Big swing. Strong with a great play. Dodson. Now Talon Dodson rotates across. Reagan Masur is there. Herring to the middle. Mariah McCoy left-hand side. Dahl. Logan Strong. Picked up by Reagan Masur. Skylar going to Cameron Thames, and she'll bust the seam. 18-11 Wimberley.
Yeah. Really good
really
play.
Good angle.
Defensive, both liberos, I'll say right there. Strong
both.
with an unbelievable dig on Laney Hennessy's hit. And then Reagan with back-to-back dig.
Here's the other side. We mentioned this last set. If you call that timeout early, Davenport, no timeouts. Happy birthday, Laney Hennessy. 19-11 Wimberley. Davenport has no timeouts now.
Yeah,
right.
So they can just
they're
set
huddling.
3 is set 3.
But I like what those girls for the Wolves are doing. They're huddling amongst themselves in between points when they don't have a timeout. They're going to have their own timeout in the court.
And watch, and we'll see if you guys have noticed this, because this is a trick. And I'll say it here in a minute. Skylar Herring goes to the back. Logan Strong to Chabot. Chabot to the middle. Talon partially blocked but down, and it's 19-12. If you ever watch Davenport, when they roll a ball back, it is the slowest roll you've ever seen because they are resetting. Coach Toso's talking to them. That is a strategy, and I love the gamesmanship of Coach Toso right there.
No doubt.
19-12, Wimberley leads. Chabot on serve. Herring going to go to the top side. Dump to the right. Strong is right there. Now Hennessy back to the middle. Ashton Dodson picks it up. Going to the bottom, Talon Dodson. Blocked in the middle by Mariah McCoy. Bump set going back to Talon. Got through it, ripped through the block of Thames and Mariah McCoy.
Yeah, got it through the block, man. They were right there in great position.
Yeah, they really were, man. Talon just keeps on swinging.
19-13, Wimberley leads here in set 3. Emily Chabot will serve. Chabot picked up by Addie Laney. Skylar Herring going to the middle, dump to the left-hand side. Chabot's there. Strong going to the top to Talon Dodson. Swung block down by Cameron Thames.
Cameron Thames doing really well.
Cam T, man.
To your point earlier, I saw Toso actually have the ball in hand, and she just rolled it about 1 mile an hour toward the Wimberley.
They've done it every single time. I love it from Davenport.
Yeah.
I don't want people out there to think that I don't like it, because I love that.
Gamesmanship.
It slows it down, and I love Coach Toso. That's something that's coached out on the top side. Davenport goes 20-14 off of the service from Wimberley.
Good serving by Skylar Herring there, though. That's probably the most service points we've gotten in a row in a couple sets.
Yeah, for sure.
Talon Dodson drops back. Texans lead by 6. They were the first one to 20. Reagan Masur. Herring going to the top. Swung by Lily Sandoval. Logan Strong dives underneath it. Chabot bump set. This one gets back over. Sandoval. A bad pass from Sandoval, but an excellent result. Skylar Herring with a one-handed set.
Wow, man. I mean, how many balls has Davenport saved that are going towards the scorer's table that somehow it goes inside the antenna? And it is. It's getting inside the antenna.
21-14, Reagan Masur back to serve. Picked up on the back row by Logan Strong. Chabot going to go all the way across to Ashton Dodson. She tips it right hand from Texans. Picked up in the middle by Reagan. Skylar Herring going to the bottom. Sandoval swings. Picked up by Talon Dodson. Chabot going to Ashton. Ashton cross court. Masur is there. Herring back row attack from Laney Hennessy, and she just got her timing is off the little bit. We've seen it several times. She moonshots it out. It's 21-15. Davenport trails by 6.
Wimberley's wanted to do two things here, Darren. They want to win this set, and they want to win it without any momentum being created by Davenport in the last 10 points.
It's going to be hard because Dakota Hart is a great server. Hennessy. Herring, middle, way out by Addison Parks. Parks said tip, but no. 21-16, Dakota Hart has been the heart of their service.
Man,
Poet didn't know it.
The timing with Addison Parks has just been off.
Hard on serve. Hennessy is there. A little bit of an overpass dump from Emily Williams, and 21-17.
And Coach Barthels is going to do one of those timeouts before it gets too close.
Yeah.
Toso's been itching to tell him something. You can see it. She's been talking to her coaches, so she's going to have an opportunity to gather her team up right here with a little bit of momentum. Wimberley is trying to stop that momentum and finish out this set, get 4 more points, up 21-17.
Yeah, I mean, this is a strategy timeout by both. I think it's for Coach Barthels. It's more, hey, let's settle down a little bit. All it takes is one good pass, get back in system, and this is a bonus timeout for Coach Toso and Davenport, where she's going to get to do some instruction here.
So, Jared, man, I tell you what, this is, I kind of go back and forth. If anybody's wondering, I've got a daughter that's a senior, Jessie Weeks, and this is an emotional time because, man, you're just sitting here and you just want your team to finish strong, and all of a sudden you're looking at those opportunities. So if anybody out there here's a difference in my commentating, I apologize without any apologies. So I'm just giving you disclosure, not an apology.
21-17, Davenport trails by 4, but they got Dakota Hart back. Hennessy, Harry, Thames swung and got it.
Yeah,
good timeout right there from Stephanie Barthels.
How good has Cameron Thames been today?
She's been great. She's checking out right now. Wish she could stay in some way or another. Jessie checks in, and that puts Skylar on the front row at the right side, and Jessie will be the setter, and she will be serving.
22-17, Jessie Weeks. Logan Strong gets it to the middle. Chabot, Emily Williams off the tape. Got back, Addison Parks. Now Texans are going to have the opportunity at it. Weeks, back row attack for Laney Hennessy. Rolls to the left-hand side off of the block of Emily Williams. And 23-17 Wimberley.
Yeah, the whole bench for Wimberley stood up because they don't think the ball by Williams crossed the net. I thought it was a 4 or 2. I think it hit the tape.
There wasn't really a Wimberley defender on the other side that close. 23-17, Strong, Chabot, one-handed. Down, Emily Williams picks it up. They're fighting at the net. Chabot goes up to Ashton Dodson, and they get the point. And at some point, you got to wonder, too, for both of these programs, put that ball into the system and set it up rather than just flicking it back and forth. 3 balls, just literally, here, you take it, you take it, you take it.
And the thing about it is because you think against most teams you play against, there's an open hole back there when you knock it over. But against these two teams, the way they play defense, no way.
Sandoval going to get the kill on the right-hand side, but it's blocked. Nice block up on the top side. 15, Ashton Dotson.
Looking for 2 critical points, one being a side out and one a service point. Lexi Dawes is opposing that challenge.
Alexis Dahl on serve. Picked up by Masur. Weeks. Back row attack from Laney Hennessy. Roll shot. Picked up by Dahl on the backside. Strong to the middle. Now back row attack from Talon Dotson. Blocked down by Addison Parks. 24-19 Wimberley.
There's your side out, and here comes a really good server, really calm, coachable DS.
Addie Laney will come in. Texans set point here in set 3. It's 24-19. Addie Laney will serve it. Picked up by Strong. Dahl going to go to the bottom side to Ashton Dodson. Tips it. Picked up. Bump set. Coming to the bottom for Laney Hennessy. She'll roll it over the middle. Alexis Dahl is there. Another bump to the bottom side. Ashton tries to go cross court. Texans will get this one over after a punch from Jessie Weeks. Emily, nice swing from Emily Williams off the partial block.
How about the effort, though, defensively for the Wimberley Texans?
We don't win the point, but we win a lot of effort right there.
Yeah.
I love that.
Emily Williams, man, she's a handful in the middle for Davenport.
Ashton Dotson, 24-20, trails by 4. Dotson on serve. She may get an ace. She's going to.
Yeah.
That ball just cruised to the right all of a sudden, and a shank from Reagan Masur, and it's 24-21.
Yeah, got to get back in system here, get one good pass.
Ashton Dodson again. She'll go to Laney Hennessy. Weeks dumps it over to the middle. Alexis Dahl is right there. Strong going top to Talon Dodson. She adopts it. Jessie's there. Bump set from Reagan Masur. Laney Hennessy, big swing. Blocked at Emily Williams, and it's 24-22. Davenport not going away.
Man,
they
he's
really
so solid at the net. So solid at the net.
You got one timeout left, and Stephanie Barthels elects to use it right here, up to with a set point in hand, but Davenport has the ball in hand to serve.
Well, and it's the fact for Stephanie Barthels, you can't take them with you. If you don't use it and you win, you still leave a timeout. You might as well take it and try to bust up the momentum, because Davenport has fought back here. Very similar to what we saw in set 1 with Wimberley. They trailed pretty much the entire set, and then all of a sudden they come back, and it's 26-24 is what Davenport has to take set 1 So now you're seeing Davenport reverse that role and trying to make Wimberley have to win it in extras.
Well, I think right now, if you're Wimberley, if you can get a good pass, you got to try to set up something different. You know, you got to, if you can get a good pass to the setter, maybe a parachute play or a set to the middle, or even a slide play to the right side, which we haven't seen in yesterday's game. We saw it in Belleville once, but we haven't seen it in yesterday's game or today's game. I don't know that they'll do that, but something different. Give them a different look.
Well, we saw 2 times they ran the shadow play in the middle in the first set, but not since then. Ace from Ashton Dodson.
Yeah, just a great drop serve right there, and Reagan late to react to it.
Boy, I tell you what, it's hard to react to that, man. It's just a Caminetti knuckleball.
Ashton Dodson over 60 aces on the year.
Oh, no. Out of rotation.
They dropped Addison Parks back, and I don't think anybody rotated up when they did that.
Wow,
24-24, it's tied up. 5th rotation on Wimberley. Ace, 25-24, match point Davenport.
And I don't know how you return them. I mean, they're moving at the last minute, and we're all having trouble with it. Reagan's missed 2, now Addie's missed 1. Got to get one good pass right here. It's not over.
25-24, Ashton Dodson on serve. Floats it up. Massour's got this one. Weeks going to Laney Hennessy. Swings. Right hand by Alexis Dahl. Texans are going to have another opportunity. Back to Laney. Thrown to the left-hand side. Ashton Dodson lays out. Dahl to the middle. Talon Dodson swings down. They're going to state. Davenport Wolves take it in 3. (26-24). They had to do it twice to take down the 6th-ranked Wimberley Texans, but the Davenport Wolves are victorious and have a date in Garland, Texas next week. Congratulations to Coach Taylor Toso for the Wimberley Texans. 3rd set is a tough one. 1st set, it's an entire match that was tough for the Wimberley Texans, and they fall just a little bit short here today as Davenport, the number 1 ranked team in the state of Texas, takes the victory.
Yeah, congrats to Davenport, man. That's just an exceptional team, a team that never feels out of a set, never feels out of a match. They don't lose a lot of sets, and there's a reason why. They're extremely talented. They're very well coached. They got a lot of depth, a lot of girls that can play. Congrats to them.
Absolutely, 100%. Coach Taylor Toso is advancing with her Davenport Wolves. They now move to 45-5 on the season. And a performance tonight that just saw a lot of talented young ladies. Alexis Dahl, Talon Dodson had an absolutely phenomenal evening tonight. Ashton Dodson, those 2 sisters, just a great performance. Many others as well. Cameron Williams, or Emily Williams in the middle, I apologize. Man, what a phenomenal season it's been for Davenport, and they will continue. And for the Wimberley Texans, it's been a great season. It's been a great ride that they've taken us on, and it's just been a fun one for all of the Wimberley Texans. And what they do, Davenport takes the victory here as they'll move on to the state championship.